Hey y'all, what's up? Today we are going to address one of my favorite topics to discuss. So grab you a journal, a pen, or something to take notes with. Let's talk mental health. First, let me say that information in this podcast episode is not intended to replace any medical advice or recommendations from mental health professionals or doctors. Please take what resonates with you. I do encourage you to seek therapy if you struggle in any way with managing your mental health. In this particular episode, I am sharing more about the spiritual correlation to anxiety and depression based on my personal experiences and work with my clients. I am not a licensed therapist, but I am an intuitive healer and certified life coach. I do offer life coaching and services that you can book with me at CorinthianElizabeth.com. Before we get started, I would like to pray for you. It is my prayer that anyone listening to this podcast at this moment is able to open their heart and receive this information. I ask that anyone that is here is gifted with whatever they need in this moment to feel more present, to feel grounded, to feel safe, and to feel encouraged no matter what is going on right now. This is my prayer, and it is so. The first point that I'd like to address is depression, or should I say, living in the past. Who often thinks about the good days? Who looks at pictures and starts reminiscing about how things used to be and wishing that it can go back to the way that it was? Newsflash, the good days that we speak of sometimes, they don't really exist anymore. What really makes those days so good is that we knew what happened. So we credit those days to being the good days. Truth is, our present moment is better because it's now, and we are able to create a new reality right here in this moment. The past, it's already happened. We can't go back and change it. So thinking all day about what could have been, what should have been, what would have been is a waste of energy. Now, it's good to be reflective at times and to think back and to figure out, how you'd like to move forward and what you'd like to change. But to spend excessive amounts of time living in the past does not serve you. Knowing what happened makes things safe for us. When we look back and already know how things played out, there's a sense of security with that time in our life. But if you really think about it, when you were going through it, you were ready to get to the other side of it. I remember just here recently, I was going through some old pictures and I looked back and I was like, oh, those were the good days. Then I thought for a second and I was just like, no, they really were not, because I couldn't wait until that time was over. If we stop to think about it, the hard times that we came out of and made it through, we can realize that this moment right now is better than those challenges that we went through back then. We know more now than we knew back then, simply because of evolution. We are wiser, more experienced, older, and more mature. Well, hopefully. Our future has the potential to be better than both the past and the present if we can just get out of our heads and let go of what could have, should have, would have been ages ago. One way to start managing depression is to start practicing gratitude. I know this may sound easier said than done, but the power of gratitude can shift your whole being. Start out by just writing down 1, 2, 3 things that you're grateful for, and you will see that it will get easier to build your list up. But the more often you can do this, I recommend doing this once a day, writing down 10 things that you're grateful for each day and reading back over your list after you write it. And you'll notice that once you start appreciating where you are in life, what you have, that this will do something to your mood. Another thing you can do is clean up. And I'm not saying just clean up your whole house or anything like that, but cleaning up the space around you will shift the energy of the room, which will also help with your mood. You may notice that after you clean up a small space that you will think clearer. Another thing that you can do, which is a step up from opening up the blinds, is to get out and get some sunlight. The sun gives us a new sense of energy as well. You may notice that spending time in the sun, you get new ideas, you feel motivated, and you just feel better. Next, I would like to address anxiety. How much time do we spend worrying, wondering, and hoping about the future when the future may not even come? We spend time playing out different scenarios in our minds about situations that may never happen. We assume, we worry, we get fearful, we stress all over what could be. Then we also find ourselves wanting to go ahead and get things over with, when truth of the matter is, those very moments that we are trying to get over are the very moments that we need to experience right now in order to learn and grow and be our best. If depression is living in the past, then anxiety is definitely living too much in the future. It's good to plan, but there is a such thing as over planning. There's a such thing as overthinking. And truth is, the things that we're overthinking about, overanalyzing, over planning for may or may not even happen. Another spiritual cause of anxiety is a lack of trust, not being able to trust in yourself, your own instincts, not being able to trust in the universe or higher power, higher consciousness, whatever you refer to that as, and not being able to trust in people, always feeling as if, something could go wrong, or as if you're going to make the wrong decision, or as if you're not already taken care of and provided for, and that the plan that is unfolding for your life is going exactly as it should be. One way to manage anxiety is to set aside a certain time for planning and to keep planning within that designated time. So if that is Sunday, if that is once a day, make sure that you make time to simply plan during that allotted time. Don't spend the rest of your day thinking about the future or spend your day thinking about what you should be doing, but simply learn to do it at one particular time. Another thing that I recommend for managing anxiety is to use lavender oil. You can use this at night to help calm you. You can use it during the day. You can put it in an oil diffuser. You can put it on your body. You can take lavender tea. I also recommend using CBD to manage anxiety. And you can take CBD in different forms. There's different teas. There's the water-soluble kind. I recommend the water-soluble kind. That's an easy one to use. You take a couple of drops of it and you simply put it in your water. But there are different products that you can try that have CBD in it. But I definitely recommend that because it helps bring your mind and body, spirit, it helps bring all of that back into balance. We don't have tomorrow. We don't have yesterday. All we've got is today. And that's what we have to capitalize on. This moment right now. Our joy comes from learning to live in the present moment. How can we do that? By practicing mindfulness. One of my favorite ways to practice mindfulness is through meditation. My second favorite way is by expressing myself through art. When I'm able to do both, I am at peace and really able to experience increased levels of joy, peace, love, and a sense of freedom. Per usual, let's meditate before we go. You can use this meditation at any time that you are struggling to be present. Go ahead, get in a comfortable position, relax your shoulders, turn off your lights if you need to, turn on some additional music if you like, whatever you need to do to feel more comfortable. Now that you're in a comfortable position, go ahead and close your eyes and place your right hand over your heart. And let's take a minute to live in the present moment. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. What do you smell? Breathe in and breathe out. What do you feel? Breathe in and breathe out. What do you hear? Breathe in and breathe out. Now that you're aware of your senses, take another minute to just breathe and be. Do this for as long as you'd like. Breathe in and breathe out. Open your eyes when you're ready. What do you see? Was it hard to just focus on your breathing? What were you thinking about? Try this meditation again whenever you feel led to, except next time, journal your thoughts before you begin. I'll call this brain dump. It helps with processing your emotions as well as just clearing your mind some before you get started with the meditation. And you can do this with or without meditation. Just journal whatever's on your mind to get it off if you don't have someone to talk to. Visit my website, CorinthianElizabeth.com. I have more resources for managing depression and anxiety. You can type in anxiety or depression in the search bar and go to the blogs that you were led to, or you can utilize the links that are listed in this podcast description. I have some resources for meditations as well. I also have a video for a simple meditation that you can do daily to help with living in the present moment, along with a blog that touches more on the benefits of meditation. The video is on my YouTube, The Book of Corinthian. That is my business YouTube. My personal YouTube is Corinthian Elizabeth. Both can be found on my website, CorinthianElizabeth.com. Check out these resources and let me know if you find any of this info helpful. You can email me at bookofcorinthian@gmail.com. And if you'd like to book some life coaching services with me, feel free to also visit my website and click at the top where it says services. As always, thank you for being here. Peace and love, y'all. Thanks for vibing with me.